Hello guys, welcome to episode 1 of INDI DUOH TARUH. It's a podcast in conjunction with Roots Remixes at the exhibition that was conducted at HAUS pretty recently. So with me today, our first guest, Rias.
Hi.
So
Nice
Rias is in intern at HAUS, also an art student and soon to graduate.
Yes.
You have only one semester left.
1 semester left.
Yep.
4 months left and then I'm out.
4 months left for that semester ka? Wow, okay.
Semester 6, yeah.
Okay. So she is Sarawakian, half Sarawakian.
Half Sarawakian.
But born and raised in KL.
Yes.
So it's an interesting perspective of how although she balik kampong during her childhood, now she's spending about like months long of now you have like the experience of actually being part of the community in Sarawak.
Definitely.
Between your peers who are the same age lah, not revolving around family. So share us a little bit about like what do you like and what you don't like, and how does it feel macam tiba-tiba, oh finally I identify to this culture.
Wow, sounds like a drama. But so just a little bit of a background. I usually go back to kampong for Raya only for like 3 times a year, or like twice a year at least. So I don't really get to experience like the creative scene or like just the scene in general. So being here for months on end, I get to mingle with a lot of creatives, you guys also, so it's been fun. And I get to learn more about Bornean culture, especially with the exhibition, Roots Remixes. So what I like about the culture is the fact that everyone is so appreciative of their culture. Like as we're wearing sarong right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we love to accessorize, and then tattoos is also a big part of your culture as well. And I love seeing like not everyone, like most of people.
Most friends here.
Yeah, a lot of people
with
here.
tattoos.
Yeah, they have tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to look at.
I think we're lucky in the sense where the government and also the private sector here, they are appreciative, and they allow tattoos. Yeah. So even if you're working in corporate here, right? If you have a tattoo, it's okay. It's fine. Like, because the authorities here, they kind of recognize tattoo as part of the culture, and they do not have a legislation that says like, oh, tattoos are not allowed in a professional setting. So they don't do that here. So it's very we're very lucky to have that lah.
I see. No wonder. Because like everywhere I go, it's just tattoos on arms, like a lot on the chest as well, like the flower one. Those ones.
The bungai terong.
Yes, those ones. It's so nice to see.
Do you know the origin? Bungai terong is an Iban tattoo, and usually the men have it like Henry Golding. Henry Golding juga. Henry Golding ada dekat situ. So it signifies the if I'm not mistaken lah, like correct me if I'm wrong, but it signifies the journey from boy to manhood. So especially when you go out of your kampong and you explore and you experience this self-growth of being from a boy to a man, and that one is like a graduation from all that lah, when you settle your berjalai period.
Yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah, so that's the history of it. I don't really know a lot about tattoos, but we are going to talk to someone who has more experience with these tattoos in one of the episodes later. Hopefully I learn from that one as well lah, because I also am learning. Yeah.
We all are.
all.
Especially me lah.
The generation before us lah, I feel like they don't have the luxury of time and energy to actually like preserve and learn what their culture are from our datuk nenek, right? And I felt like that's a little bit of a loss, but I feel like this generation is working hard to actually relearn everything and share it amongst ourselves lah.
Definitely.
Yeah. We experienced it last night, where we have a small like Sunset Symphony or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called.
A boat lute revival.
Yeah, boat lute revival. So what they do is they recognize all these like traditional instruments. They brought it together and they played it live, and they actually explain what the instruments are, their origins if they have it. That's kind of beautiful. And at that moment, I was just thinking like I am in the presence of the people who actually actively want to preserve what is dying, you know?
Yeah, and there were also poets
Yeah.
that recited the poems and even teared up.
It is in Iban, but it's like I don't really got to catch what they were saying because I felt like my Iban is not actually that good. I can speak conversational Iban, but yeah. Have you actually learned other languages here?
No, just Bahasa Melayu Sarawak, that's all.
But you're okay with Bahasa Melayu Sarawak, right?
Yeah.
Do you speak Bahasa Melayu Sarawak when you grow up?
The basic ones, you know, like family-friendly Bahasa Melayu Sarawak.
And home lah, did you speak at home?
Yeah, I speak them with my cousins. So that's the thing. When I go back for like a week or so, I can speak it like fluently by the end of that week, and then once I go back to KL, I just completely lose track of like wherever my progress was. So now like I think my Bahasa Melayu Sarawak is not too bad, but you know, sometimes KL kind of seeps into my sentences.
You only have like how many months left here?
One more month, I think.
One more month.
One more month plus.
And then you go back to study.
Fortunately.
Do you see yourself coming back
yes.
a lot
after? Well, aside from the family gatherings for Raya and other stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back for the creative scene here because it's pretty lively, actually. There's always events happening here and there. Even if it's not at house, it will be at hotels. I'm pretty sure there's always events at hotels for some reason. So I'm just, we'll see how free I am. But I really want to go back here. See lah, if the plane ticket's not too expensive.
Yeah. But how do you feel about the creative scene here? Because we are really small. We're very limited in terms of resources and also the creative people in comparison to your experiences of the creative arts in KL.
I mean, it's a given that KL is like a center of attention. So, you know, the markets, the events are always so big, right? And then I go back to Sarawak and then I experience Seni Kita, right? And I'm like, this is impressive, to be honest. Like, given that they have limited resources, I know how limited they are. Like, it's not easy. So I'm impressed, and at the same time I wish like it grows so much to the point that it could probably be brought to KL one day. Like, it's something you start out from Sarawak and then you just expand it all the way to KL. You know, original from Sarawak, not original from KL. You know,
cool.
Too many things happen in KL. Like, we don't need any more from KL, we need more from Sarawak. Honestly.
How do you feel like the presence of Sarawak punya art and culture in KL? Like, do they see us a lot sebenarnya?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't see a lot, unfortunately, aside from like what my mom showed me. So she has like things lah. I can't really say, but things that she keeps, and she shows it to me. Okay, this is part of our culture. This, that, and like I'm happy to know all of that. But why isn't there anything showcased outside of my own family? Why isn't there like a show to show our culture? Kan? So the only representative I know was coming from my friend. It's fine if I shout out her. Okay. So it's she made a textile fabric thing. It's a batik with Sarawakian motifs on it. And like that was the first time I saw it was represented at a gallery at our university gallery. So she's a fashion student, and she had to showcase that for her finals. And I was like, oh my god, finally I get to see things like this. Yeah. And she carves up Borneo motifs on like lino to print them on paper as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm glad that she's exploring that, because not a lot of people, especially like Bornean people in KL, actually explore that. So I'm really glad.
I believe that there's a lot of Borneo people dekat KL juga lah.
Yeah,
but
but how do I say you know the term whitewash, it's like KL wash lah.
KL wash.
Colonized by KL.
Yeah, so I feel like one of our friends, one of the Sulus Kelak, Ashila, she's going to move to KL soon. Yeah, surprise. But she is really like, what do you call it? She's really passionate about culture, and especially her growing up in a situation where his father is appreciative of the Dayak culture, and they are also collecting all this kind of like, this puak kumbu is actually from the father shop, father's collection. Yeah, and I feel like she is the kind of person who would not lose touch on her roots in Sarawak lah. So we need more of that. So do you feel Roots and Remixes could go to KL?
Honestly, yes. I would love to see Roots and Remixes in KL. Like, honestly, I'm genuinely thinking, what if I like helped you guys like curate something in a space in KL?
Yes.
Like, we'll do it like proper space, you know?
Yes.
Like, I think that would be so fun, because not a lot of people in KL see what is Borneo.
Yeah.
You know,
beyond the hornbill. And also the sape, you know.
Exactly. Like, you know, just you see the representation, but you don't see what the details are.
Yeah, what the stories carries, right?
Exactly.
Right.
That's what they need in KL, honestly. So let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope we get to that point. We'll see.
Definitely. How do you feel about the Roots and Remixes Spoon exhibition?
It was great. It was so good. Because like, okay, I was not like overseeing, but because I work here, I'm interning here. Obviously, I see you guys come in and out, and then I like look at your progress on Instagram and just overlooking everything.
Yeah,
and like it's nice to see that you guys worked so hard for the exhibition, and I'm so proud of the outcome. Because honestly, like, not everyone can like nail a first time exhibition, especially with the time limit that you guys were given.
I think we only have like 3 weeks or so to do that, starting from conceptualization. And I was just remembering, I'm not involved in the curation process because the curation of the art itself is done by Ashila and also Pichi, and overseen by the Jasmine on top. And I'm only on the side. I'm doing graphic design and all that. But even that is actually quite of a pressure, because I'm like, okay, I need to publish this person's promotion. You have to kejar this person for the artist bio, blah 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 blah. Because the artists they were like, oh my god, how do I write my artist bio, you know? And then they were like, oh my god, I don't know how to write my artist bio. Oh, I don't know how to write my description. They have these kind of problems where we're like, okay, it's okay, tenang, we can figure it out. So it's quite of a challenge lah. And on my side, it's more of a like trying to get my job done, and also trying to understand how the art process and the process of putting together this exhibition as well lah.
Good job, honestly. Because like even though you said I'm only at the graphic design side and all that, you created an image for the exhibition, so you should really take credit for that, honestly.
Thank you.
So yeah, but overall the curation was great, to be honest. Like, it's not easy to, use 4 separate rooms to get the concept you want. Because usually an exhibition would be in one space, right? And then you just like alter your motives there. But you guys had to work with 4 separate spaces and had to figure like, how do I do this? How do I arrange this? And it's nice that you guys figured it all out and it was executed nicely.
Yeah, thank you. We have to do it with limited budget as well lah. That was also a challenge. So if we're gonna do it in KL, we need money. But yeah, we can.
I mean, that's the whole point of like, writing and stuff.
Art grants.
Yeah. Sending it to like people who actually, appreciate it, But we'll see. It is a good plan to actually bring it to KL because it's culture.
It's culture.
We're preserving our culture and people need to know that.
Yeah, I heard that you're putting together an exhibition yourself soon.
I am.
Can you tell us more about that one?
Okay, so the exhibition I am putting together right now is called On State of Being. And the concept is basically just someone who is finally being able to feel human, right? So I think we all know this feeling where we like go around and work and do everything we can to like be successful in life, but we don't really, like sit down and just think, okay, maybe I need to just rest. Maybe I just need to slow down real quick. I need to close my eyes and just feel the moment, feel whatever is around you, that type of thing, and just be honest with yourself. So that is the concept, basically.
Have you had any rest lately?
No.
Today is a Sunday, by the way, and we're like working on this podcast.
I mean, is it technically working if we're having fun?
You're interning at HAUS, and yesterday there's an event.
Yes.
And I see you're having fun as well. For you, is it like working?
I mean, obviously, I am working lah. I have my own roles. Like, for example, yesterday, I had to overlook the floor, making sure everything is okay, and the cleaning up. I also had to ask people, like our volunteers, to do this and that because I couldn't lift heavy stuff yesterday. I hurt my back, so I had to ask someone to do it for me. But usually,
gentlemen have to do it, lah. Gentlemen have to do it. Don't let the girls do it. Come on.
Ayo. But when I intern, when I work, it is work, but at the same time, I'm having fun because it's a fun event, and like it's different from like corporate jobs. Like where you just have to sit and just listen to your superiors, but this one you get to enjoy
and you get to learn
parts
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday, so we had 2 workshops yesterday. One was headed by moi and Ashila, Media Kit for Artists, and that one is for musicians lah. And the second one is actually more on the Borneo boat loot revival, right?
Yes.
At the same time, you're learning about the culture, which is great.
Yes.
And you probably are grateful because you picked a house as the place to intern.
I got lucky, honestly.
How do you get to intern at HAUS, by the way?
So it was during semester 5. One day I was at my at the art studio, and then I was just scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly this company followed me. And it was HAUS Kuching. And I was like, who the hell is this? And why do they have a logo? Like, is this like some scam like company? So I just like looked through, it's a creative hub, And then I was like, okay, I see, it's in Kuching. Maybe I can visit there when like I visit my family. So I just turned it off, forgot about it. And then semester 5 ended. And then I had to go find a place to intern at. And then at that time, I was trying to find places around KL. And then I remembered that KL is filled with corrupt art communities. So I was just like, maybe I should try Sarawak. But that's the thing about Sarawak. There's not many, especially in Kuching lah. There's only like 1 or 2 like art galleries even. And I was literally looking on Google for like weeks. Like it's already like due. I need to tell my lecturer that I'm interning here and there, and then like fill up the form and all that. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to find. And then I looked back at HAUS Pun Instagram lah. I was like, is this related to my class or not? And like, what do I have to offer to them? And thank God I knew how to video edit. So I just applied lah. Yeah. Technically, I work more as like at the event side, but it's a good experience to like get to know the creatives locally, honestly.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I think that's beneficial for reporting and also like preparing for your post diploma.
Yes.
Diploma. You've gone through Seni Kita, of
Yes.
course. September, right?
Yes, September.
The one's in September. The next one will be in
December.
I macam a little bit like sayang lah because you didn't get to experience the one at
Old Courthouse.
Yeah, Old Courthouse. I think that one is where Seni Kita started. And I think that one is actually the perfect venue because of the way all the vendors are outside, and it's outdoor lah. And then we have like a place in the middle, right?
Like a field, right?
Yeah, like a field. And in a way, the outside area, it does give a little bit of the Rumah Panjai kind of feel,
Yes.
the Ruai kind of feel. So when we joined as Sulu, we were like, you know what, let's bring out our Dayak self, let's treat this as a Rumah Panjai. So that's how the vibe came to be actually for the Sulu. Like we started wearing sarong and all that. And we even like kaki ayam there.
Wow.
Yeah, even on the field we're like, later cuci lah. Yeah. So it feels very nice, and it feels like, oh my god, I get to do something that, could bring out us Dayak self out. Personally, for me also, I like it that I think it was the first or the second one that Rushdie called some minister in.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
for a
saw.
visit and going around. And the way that we technically in Kemban and it was unbothered. This is not an issue. Being sexy in our like fit is not an issue in Kuching.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. I didn't realize this until I saw this one comment on Twitter, of course. It's in regard to Kereta Api Sarong. The Kereta Api Sarong, it's a one-day event to actually encourage people to wear the traditional outfits out, right? And they berkumpul like, where KL Central ka? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like one of the
stations.
one of the railway stations.
Yeah. And I saw a comment on someone wearing, I know it's from Sarawak or Sabah. And it's a little bit sexy.
Okay.
Like it's not the tutup arat kind of one.
Okay.
But someone said that this is not your place to wear something like that. It's too sexy, blah, 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 blah. You have to respect, blah, 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 blah. So that's where I felt like,
girl,
I Kemban in front of this YB, and this YB is even very chill, in Kuching. And I felt like we are kind of lucky that it's not an issue lah right here. Like we're allowed to actually appreciate ourselves in our traditional way lah.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Isn't that like kind of contradicting the meaning of Kereta Api Sarong also?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if it's like traditionally worn like that? What are you going to say about that, right?
Yeah.
You can't really cancel someone's culture.
Yeah.
So
do you have like more sarongs that
at the moment this is the only one I own? But hopefully I'll get some more before I leave for KL. They're so comfortable, man.
They are.
Like
They're
so
very
easy
comfortable.
also.
Yes. How was your like relationship with your culture before you started interning at HAUS? Yeah,
oh my god, I was so KL washed. I was so uneducated. Like, how do I say this? Back when I just started interning, if you guys like saw me like the first few weeks, my fashion was very
westernized.
Yeah, actually right now I try to incorporate a lot of Borneo in my outfits, or at least be a little bit more cultural.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
That's really cool also, because I do have this experience as well. When I was growing up, I think like, okay, I need to be more. I want to look cool and all that.
Yeah.
And then I studied at Johor for like 3 years, and then I continued. So I kind of have like 5 to 6 years in Johor. And back then, nobody told me about being Dayak and whatever that is special about Dayak. So I don't really have experiences in actually bringing or actually educating my friends in Johor about this culture.
Yes.
Which is kind of like sad lah. A little bit sad. When I have to move back here, that's how I started like being involved in this community, and I met like Sheila, and I meet people like Jasmine and also Pichi and Kat even. The HAUS. I think HAUS has helped me a lot in like being into the community and also understanding, teaching me some awareness about the culture lah. It feels like, oh my god, I have been missing this.
this whole time I could have known.
Yeah, this whole time I could have known. So I get what you mean. I get what you mean. With
it's the same for me. Like HAUS really helped me a lot. So
are you going to like softly, spreading awareness about people of Sarawak and when you're back in KL.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yes. Like exhibition openings, I'll be wearing my sarong. I'll be wearing my whatever Sarawakian.
What are your plans after the whole thing ends?
So what I plan for my life, wow. What I plan is after I'm done with my internship, after I'm done with my semester 6, I'm planning to kind of expand my creative side more, like really talk to people, really like go to exhibition openings, really go to meetups and like just talk to people, like make connections. And then I want to enroll into a course called visual culture study, basically talking about the context behind artworks, like the history behind works. So so basically just not the traditional drawing and painting, but more to the philosophy of it.
That's really cool. I think that's all the time that we have now for the first episode, but it's really nice talking to you.
I know.
We still have you still have like a month or so to go, right?
Yes.
So I'll definitely see you at the next Seni Kita. Definitely.
Of course.
Your exhibition is going to be there.
You're gonna have to come.
Of course, yeah. And the Sulu Sulus will be there as well. So the Sulu Sulus will be supporting you, of course.
Thank you.
That's the role of the Sulu Sulu, supporting local events. All right. This is Rias, and I'm Steff. Bye.
Bye.